Hey cats, good morning to you. Today we're going to talk about the Doomsday Clock and the closest it's ever been to midnight. Alright, you know the deal? You want to hit? Here you go.
Today, the members of the Science and Security Board moved the hands of the Doomsday Clock forward, largely, though not exclusively, because of the mounting dangers in the war in Ukraine. We moved the clock forward the closest it has ever been to midnight. It is now 90 seconds to midnight.
Hey, Lizard Killers, good morning to you. Welcome in. Thanks for coming. You just got to see the Doomsday Clock being moved to 90 seconds to midnight, right? The latest time that's ever been portrayed on the clock since its inception. And I gotta believe that a massive contributor to this is just fear porns and controls, right? Just for the simple fact that one of their biggest contributing factors is the war in Ukraine, right? And the brinksmanship of Hitler's peas of nuclear annihilation, right? This is the West absolutely pushing for this war. They have done nothing but make the problem worse, deny negotiations, talk Zelensky out of negotiating, and obvious run a proxy war by sending unlimited amounts of money and weapons thus far. To a tiny little corrupt speck on the earth that up until recently didn't even have 21st century weapons and was known as one of the most corrupt places on the planet, right? But the lizard overlords think that tiny piece of land is worth destroying the entire planet and all countries' economies over, all right? As if COVID wasn't bad enough. Now they're literally just flushing the money down the toilet, and you can look up for yourself. You can see Ukrainian oligarchs now running around in sports cars, and officials resigning, and all sorts of doo-doo because it's been a fucking scam the whole time. You got the climate changes, which is their next contributing factor. And this is, again, fear porn, right? It's if you give up more rights and let them tax the shit out of you, whether that be the EU or your own country, they're going to make the weather more gooder, right? I gotta say it's probably more about 11:30 in my own view. And even if it was 90 seconds to midnight, and the biggest contributing factor would be climate change, what the fuck are we going to do about it, right? Just like any other animal on this planet, you're just roaming around doing your day-to-day. There's not a lot we could do, especially at that point, to change the situation, right? So again, this is absolutely the West pushing for war, egging on the bear, the most nuclear-armed country in the world, while telling you, be worried because Hitler's peas. It's directly your government's actions as usual. Just like before this situation, everything was blamed on the C-19. When in reality, viruses don't do shit to economies. Government reactions to viruses do shit to economies. You know what I mean? They've destroyed everything to the point now to where you're paying $9 for eggs. You know what I mean? So, keep voting leftists, keep voting Democrats. Soon you won't even be able to say your own name out loud. You're just going to have to come with some pronouns. You'll get about 10% of your pay. There'll be, nuclear disasters around the globe. But don't worry, you'll still have senile lizards that you want to cheer on to fall back with, right? No. You're going to die, right? As they're saved and whisked off to their bunkers. You're gonna die, Bobby. And, glad that we don't have mean tweets, because regardless of how you feel about the man, when Trumpsicles was in office, none of this shit was happening, right? Putin waited till you had a soft-brained potato walk in to just say, fuck it, I'm taking it. Because in reality, this is the only country motherfuckers fear. You know what I mean? And the only thing that held him back was the fact that there was a man in charge that said flat out, I will melt those golden domes in Moscow. Fuck around and find out, right? You tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me to fuck off in the comments. Smell you later.
I was going to put him,
Idiots.